Jeffersonville police are investigating a deadly crash that shut down the 2nd Street Bridge. Mallory actually caught this first yesterday morning around 3:30 when it happened. Well, since then, we've learned that a car that was driving north on Highway 31 crossed into the opposite lane and then hit another car head on. Police say 2 passengers in the southbound vehicle were killed. The driver of the northbound vehicle was taken to a local hospital with serious injuries. Police are still investigating the lead up to that crash.
No, I think we'll see some routes restored, like I said, probably about the 1st of March if it's passed by the board.
And it's not going to be all or nothing. It's going to be kind of staggered.
Correct.
Almost.
Correct.
So JCPS Superintendent Dr. Marty Polio says all of the nearly 70 truck drivers contracted with the district are now licensed to drive school buses. That means students and families who lost bus transportation could see their service restored. Dr. Polio hopes to make that recommendation to the board next month, but there might be a bit of a holdup in the form of a court ruling, which would cause some major board decisions to be delayed. Isaiah Kim Martinez and senior photojournalist Louisville report.
With the Supreme Court's new ruling, Superintendent Marty Polio is worried the board will not have enough time to properly vet and pick a new superintendent by next school year, opening the door potentially for an interim to fill the role in the meantime.
Let me be clear, 6 meetings will not be enough. I mean, I'm not saying might not, it will not be enough. It's almost impossible with the tasks that would have to be done to do them only on the 6 board meeting that are allowed by law.
Lawyers for JCPS and the Board of Ed just got busier this holiday season, grappling with what a newly upheld 2022 state law allows the school district to do. The Republican-led Senate Bill 1 caps the board at meeting once a month, max.
The board's going to have to make some decisions. I mean, that may mean an interim superintendent or an acting superintendent, which is what that does is just stalls progress. It stalls progress.
Superintendent Polio is set to retire in June, and the board is on a tight schedule to find his replacement.
I would say for the board to successfully select a superintendent, they would need 12 to 15 meetings to do that. And with only 6, that's going to be a real challenge.
The district is also trying to figure out whether this could affect the board's ability to call special meetings, which could put the timeline of restoring magnet and traditional school bus routes in limbo. Would you stay longer if you had to?
I don't know.
If it came to that.
I can't comment on that. I don't know.
There's an ongoing power struggle between Republicans in Frankfort who've grilled JCPS on their performance and the district who feels the state is unfairly meddling. SB 1, which only applies to JCPS, shifts authority from the elected board to the appointed superintendent, putting that much more weight on the selection process that so many are watching. What does your gut tell you, though? Someone from out of state or someone local?
I mean, I would love to see someone local. I really would. I mean, that's my preference. I followed that pathway.
I asked Polio if he believes splitting up the district is the end goal for some Kentucky lawmakers.
I do believe there's some desire for that. I think that's been pretty evident from some of the comments of legislators, but I don't think it's a possibility. I think it would be devastating for this community, probably the most devastating decision this community would ever see.
And that task force formed by legislators to study how JCPS operates will continue meeting in 2025 with recommendations to come after. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
The next board meeting is set for January 28th. If the board approves restoring bus service, the district says it could take at least 6 weeks to officially make that happen. It would have to do a survey to find out which families want it, and the district would potentially have to reassign some bus routes for drivers, then give the drivers time to practice those routes. Now, the superintendent also highlighted a decrease in chronic district absenteeism, which has been one of his biggest initiatives. Children who miss 10% or about 2 days a month are considered chronically absent. This year, a new bill turns those cases over to the county attorney's office, which could lead to court dates for parents. In Kentucky, nearly 1 in 3 kids are chronically absent, but according to Polio, new JCPS numbers show 1,500 to 2,000 kids are no longer facing that issue. That's about a 5% decrease from the year before. He says the change has resulted in higher test scores compared to this time last year. The Starbucks employee strike that we've been talking about most of the week is now expanding into Metro Louisville. 5 Louisville stores are set to join the effort this afternoon. Picketing started Friday in some cities. Union employees say they're facing unfair labor practices. They're accusing Starbucks of bad faith bargaining. The strike is affecting stores in more than a dozen cities nationwide. Also today, Louisville Metro Police will honor Deidre Mengindo 6 years after her death. On Christmas Eve, 2018, the LMPD detective was conducting a traffic stop on Interstate 64 when MSD driver Roger Burdett slammed his truck into the back of her cruiser. Burdett was later found to be driving under the influence while watching explicit sexual content on his phone at the time of the crash. He's now serving 27 years in prison. The LMPD will honor Mengindo and her family at the 2nd Division at 10 o'clock this morning.